drugs and it's not the weather. I just feel so much better today. I've been asleep in the driver's seat. I've been lost in my head for weeks, trying to find what it is I need. Too goddamn tired to sleep. And then there are other times I'm so aware that I lose my mind. I never feel like I get enough, so high that I can't stand up. Build a fire and can't stay warm. The only secret to make it through is to take what's in front of you. The fear of death and the thrill of speed, and all the lights in front of me. Drive till the coast is clear, faster till it disappears. I've been lost in my head for weeks, trying to find what it is I need. Too goddamn tired to sleep.
Hey everybody, good morning. It's Abe. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a lovely start to your day. If you do, we do a variety of stuff, so hopefully you find something that you enjoy. Today, we are doing something special for you. This is the dating stream, where we're going to be playing a dating sim for you guys. Reminder, this was made possible thanks to your guys' support during our charity month last month, so appreciate you guys for the hard work for affording this, because this is definitely not something I would do on a regular basis. Other than that, I'm working out what our bonus game for the mystery box is, throwing together a small little compilation of the best clips of July, Avery Neller. And that's about it. So, I'm gonna get some things started, and then we'll just get ready to go for today. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you all, and enjoy the shenanigans.
Oh, you. Oh my god. Okay. How?
Also, yes, if you missed last night, man, you missed something special, too. Oh boy, that was crazy. Oh my god. Oh man, oh man. We were really too messed for most of that night. We were really too messed for most of that night. Oh my god. What a time to be alive. Oh, oh man. You too messed. Oh man. What a time. What a time indeed. Also, Gridley finished Outlast, which good for Gridley. Oh man. Yeah, good for him. Good for Gridley. Even with us in here. Yeah. Hey T-Fard, how are you? How you feeling, buddy? I know you been on the mend. So how you eating the breakfast bowl? Oh. Now, let's see what we got. Feel better. Ordered a portable AC unit for my bedroom, so I should be Get downstairs and no more sweating and sleeping. Yeah. That's good news. Good news, my man. Oh great, there's another Pokemon update for the game catching. I'll do it later. I'll do that later. Not a... That's a later issue. Having a house that's not 78 degrees or higher will be things. Oh, I bet. I told just us. I mean, yeah. it really is. I'm glad that you understand now. That's pretty much all this. Hold on. Before we get started, while I install the game we're going to be playing today. So rig the wheel to be Puma's turn.
And I would go so far as to say that music is magic, especially music in this live setting where we're all together and we can hear each other, we can
also, today we are going to be playing the Dead by Daylight dating sim.
And I want to get to that place. I want to lift up just a few feet off the ground. And
I thought about date everything, but I don't have the money to go buy that right now. So instead, we're playing the DVD sim. Sleep. What, T-Far? Are you upset about the game or just the in general? Dave Pyramid? I don't think the game. Oh. Well, I mean, games cost money. That's not a joke. Games cost money, and being a broke college student kind of eats up most of the money. Like, no joke, last semester, which was like from January to June, or May, I should say, I spent $3,200. I didn't want to spend that. Because this DVD dating sim, they basically turned Dead by Daylight characters into hot characters that you can date. That's pretty much it. Oh, you've never seen? Oh, well, this is a different thing. Oh boy, you will be in for quite a treat. But before that, who's they? They need talking to. Hey, Anne, how are you? But yeah, before we get into that, let's look through some of those glorious clips from Gridley's stream yesterday. Because there's a lot of them. My voice hurts.
I'll be right back.
But,
You get it.
okay. But if it does help, Gridley, you're supposed to look for a sprinkler system to put out the old fire.
That was your shadow.
Wait, what happened?
Oh,
You ran right into him.
Oh no, I got turned around. Move.
Oh no.
Oh, why did I pick this?
Oh, Gridley. Oh, man. He was on a roll yesterday. Oh, man, what a time to be alive. What a time.
Hero, you came after I got it. You're not banned.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, he did just. So that, they wouldn't have known.
Yes, I know. You didn't know. You're right.
The
You're
Peter
right. You
Gallery
did.
sure was talkative last night. I mean, listen.
No, don't ban Hero. Don't ban Hero. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, motherfucker.
Look, I was trying to help him.
No, I am not.
Oh my god, jump through the window. Jump through the fucking window. Jump through the window. You.
I was trying to help. Thank you. I was helping. And of course,
Okay, so
I mean, I would be forewarned. Oh,
Fuck.
you are
My lens is
walking
flared.
oh, Mash, you.
through other doors.
Mash, you.
He may have a bit of a problem because he won't be seeing for a bit.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Okay.
Gridley's not going to be able to see shit from Dick.
I'm not gonna be able to see shit from Dick. That's also a great quote.
it was a great quote. It's such a great quote. Oh man, god damn it. There's so much just laughing as Gridley's just being chased with all this shit going on. Talking mad shit, lad.
Acid. They're not walking around, you know.
Walking around downtown
Oh
and
my
I'm all
God.
too messed. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do.
I'm shivering.
I'm peeing under this bed right now.
All this shit makes me so too messed.
Your memory.
A pea-
Oh my god. Oh man. I'm so glad Silly brought up that word to best. Oh my god. That shit was so good. Oh man, what a time.
Alright. I'll take that as genuine.
Alright, get out from under the bed. You're being a pussy.
Oh
I
god.
didn't say it this time.
Oh, no.
Died. Oh my goodness, Gridley,
He,
killed yourself.
I think I missed the
Go
jump.
back under the bed.
he didn't,
I think
didn't
I
make
missed
the
the
jump.
jump. Okay, well whatever. I'll get that one after.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay, we
Gridley
know
has
the,
to go practice his jump now.
yeah.
Silly's shocker was funny. Oh man. I gotta find it. There's so much I could have clipped more, but I was a bit distracted by then.
And then Silly says, no, they break for real.
When to turn the Hellraiser? Pain is pleasure. If you open
The camera was fun. Oh yeah, the camera was great.
Alright, well, we're
He's
Hellraiser
just
now.
jumping into the table.
Okay, am I seriously, like, am I not supposed to get this right now?
Quick, use the bucket.
You can't crawl under the fucking table.
I thought I did,
No.
but no, he
The
like
table.
stops.
In the mess
table?
need.
Wait, is this
No,
a
it goes
ramp?
to the-
Okay, no, it's another table.
Can you walk around that?
Is there a doorway? you can
Oh
go
my
through
god.
I think you can walk around the
Can you kick the table?
Okay, but even if you could walk around, you still should. Oh my god, really? Really?
Oh boy.
Are you kidding me?
Really? What did I tell you? You should
But
walk
game.
around.
But game.
Oh man, the realization, just like, bruh. Like, walk around? I mean, they were right, though. Fuma was right. Just walk around. Oh, God. What do you... Oh, man.
Okay, I lied to you, Gridley.
Okay, what a fucking shocker.
Oh, man. Uh, last night was great. Yeah, last night was a great time. Fucking hell. What a, like, that was good stuff. Good stuff, man. Uh, man. And why people are so shocked at me talk. Kudos to Gridley for really being up for a gallery of hecklers. Yeah, Gridley, the man survived quite a lot yesterday. Survived quite a lot, so shit was. I was first, and I know how it was with Puma in your years. Okay, alrighty then. Let me just take a look. The book. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. I also think it's funny that now you guys are like, Puma needs to be in the driving seat now. They can't get away with this again. Okay, let's see.
Our daily dose of internet. This bait.
Nope. We need a tracker for every time Puma says the keyword. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba. Alright, let's grab the dating sim. Puma's, oh god. that that is a wild statement. That is a wild statement. Oh my god. But see, that's also why you needed to be in the stream last night, because otherwise you wouldn't understand none of what we're talking about. You had to be there. Oh man, what a time to be alive. It was all too messed. Yeah, it was. Sure was. Yeah, man. Boop. Alright. I'll swap over in just a sec once I, Huh, you really cannot, unfull screen this, can you? Damn it. That's gonna make this more complicated than I was hoping for. Good thing my quote wasn't added here. No one would believe I said it. I mean, I could add it right now. Okay, let us go for it. Alright, T-Fart, here we are. This is the Dead by Daylight dating sim. They have a dating sim for everything. Oh, you know they do, Anne. You know it. Well, here we go. Let's see where this short little adventure takes us today. You wake up on a beach, soaking wet. Salt water stinging inside your throat as if you drowned. Water falls in your mouth as you gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your name. What you do know is, despite the outrageous beauty, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, that really went down the wrong pipe. Need a moment, or can I go? I like the games even like, are you good? I'm so glad silly games that word. Yeah, they did. Give me it. I got plenty of time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Also, how's the audio sound? Like, can you guys hear me? Like, are we good audio-wise? Like, how we, what are we sounding like? I hear you and a bird. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, may I continue? Please, go on. Okay, as I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in crystal blue water, newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, God! Oh! A decomposing face stares back at you. All it can do is vomit. A stream of bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Other questions raise in your head. Where are we? How did we get here? Who's behind this? However, the answers don't come easily. What will you do? Dig up the face? No! Digging it up ain't gonna help. Running sounds like the right idea. You turn away to run from this sight, but the beach is endless. Despite as far as you go, you get nowhere. Exhausted, you stop and look behind you. Your footsteps are raced. You turn inland, considering your lack of options. You have no choice but to walk into the brush. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the woods before you. There's nothing inviting about the shadowy forest. Terror freezes in your steps. Why are you running away? This is a paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little fun. Take charge of your own experience. Well, that was weird. Anyways, do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child oceans don't directly speak to you. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any further as you feel something bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down frozen. A voice calls from behind you. A little help, please? You turn around when you see what's waiting for you. Your jaw drops to the ground. I hear you. Oh my lord! Also, that's a veil, I guess, on the back of their head. I just didn't really notice that when Sarah was playing this. Okay, that's concerning. There's a bit of their leg missing. And then this guy's just covered in blood. Right. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and the well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy. A magic aura reaches out, penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they give off here. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you're completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monsters lineup. Well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do? I'll just toss it back to him. You bend down, grab the ball from the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball to toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. The huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. It's natural. Not hard much. Try hard much? Blech. They're speaking directly at you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize everyone's gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Would you be frightened, worried, or excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, they're looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Ace. You were made for this. Well, geez. If Spooky Ocean Voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out great. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what's happening. Seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit? Alright. I guess you're also a nitwit. Looks as best to just go with the Trevor says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Don't worry about it. It was just a game. Existence, that is. Existence? This feels like something Zek would say. Well, correct, might I add. But that's beside the point. Oh, no. Besides, you seem a little more interesting than it's a game. What's the deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here for more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sign means that he was done with the game too. Either that or he has a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slackjaw moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill him? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh, okay. Let's just put down the murderous weapons of intent and, just have a civil conversation, okay? I'll say, hey, Raz, how you doing? Fine, not yet. Hey, you might want to know, something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it'll be very important later. A timed quiz? What the fuck kind of shit is this? Also, right now, there's another video I'm gonna send you. Hang on. Let me grab this real quick. Let me grab this, where is it? You ever feel like we have strayed too far in gaming industry? Because I do. T-Fark, I feel that every day. T-Fark, we strayed far from off the beaten path, probably when, we strayed off the path long before dating everything and this game came into existence. Because, worst example, I was watching a Markiplier video, like, ages ago. He was playing it was basically like a chair stripper game or something, and I was just like, yep, we've gone off the beaten path, and this is just, I don't even know what to start with this. I was just like, okay, what? Yeah. You don't want to know any more than that. Alright, let's see. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably not one. I can't. How attractive would you say you are? Average, I guess. I mean, my regular answer would be not at all, but we'll just go along with the game. Or the Mayo game, or maybe, can you, just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life. An endless sight. I think you're quite cute. Like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flight. Technically, I suppose I could fly, honestly. It's all it's cracked up to be as far as I go. It's not where I want to be. What's your best subject in school? None of the... I guess history, because... Boo, Ace is big. Why I feel like this video is call me... I like that they picked math and history. Math, I am dog shit at. I didn't skip class either. Like, this doesn't help me. Like, Nice, it's important to know where you came from, but so you're not doomed to repeat history's mistakes. I mean, we'll always repeat them anyway, but still. What's your favorite animal? Dog. You look absolutely adorable in a puppy mask. What's your favorite color? Can I have a color that I actually like, please? I guess red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? I don't know. I don't want to be an astronaut. That's their right to do so. Learn folks in the dark? Not just anyone can do that. Best ice cream flavor. Vanilla. Wait, did that just say... Hold on. Did that just say horse flesh? That's what that just said, right? Oh my god. Christ. Jesus. How did I get in this mess? My favorite flavor is pain. It's not a flavor! This is a real Cenobite type shit. Same. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with pain. Okay. Alright, buddy. I think mint chip is the best flavor conceived, but enough about ice cream. Hold on a second, that reminds me. I'm old. I'm right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule of this island. Even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Fine. Whatever. Let's just go with it. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know you. I'm the trap. I pretty much run things. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. I'm the Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people, and I loathe big, dumb idiots. So, I'm the spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But things I do hate, I really hate, you know. Based on my personal observation, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Wow. That took a real serious tone there. Jeez. It's like she was downright murdered by society she hates so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering the spirit's story now. And that's almost exactly what happened. I'm the huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. Damn. Just explain 1,000 times. I'm dead. I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? Disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. The first time I agree with the Wraith. Let's just move on, otherwise we'll be here all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once, I actually agree with this meathead. I say we get on my yacht. It's a massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury. The Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No. I just hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuits of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly and cruelly endangered. How about hanging by the pool? I find water calming, beautiful.
What about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you serious? They're all perfectly good, lounge, and chill out right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? How about we go here? It'd be great to just relax for a sec. To kick your feet off, look over the sun, relax on your own terms. Would you want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on the hot sun is the best. Damn, Spirit's just me. Sun is evil. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves even more? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably just give her a sec to calm down. Hold on. Oh, it's Claudette. For just one moment. And Dwight. Okay. Claudette looks good. Off to PT, I'll be back. Alright, Anne. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also cooks, waiters, butlers, janitors, and everything else, pretty much. They're the only help on the island. This place we call Murder Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. The interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall henceforth refer to them as survivors with an S. These two have worked here a long time. I don't know how long it's been, though. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudia do their jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy. It's starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we would recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to do various activities unsupervised. We don't have much anonymity around here. At least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this Right. Right. Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Narrator? Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudia and Dwight, did they just mention something about wanting to get off the island? Is escape an option? Should I just try and escape? Escape? Them? No. I think you're mistaken. Seemed like they were asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It's much fancier accommodations than this one. It's one of the big corporation outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Doesn't have the charm of this island, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there with all that money. Comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now off you go. Time for the activity on the island. Your decisions matter mostly when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what will it be? I'm just stick with the plan. Finally, freedom! From those preposterous premise that the four of us would have engaged in some thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. The spirit looks at you beneath her giant sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. Ugh, I didn't know whose volleyball idea was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to refrain from feigning a sprained ankle, but everybody knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and that didn't work either. I threatened to kill every single one on the island, but... Okay. It turns out I'm not the first person to toss those kind of threats around the island. So thanks. I guess, for getting it called off. Are we friend and each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes a conspirator, his eyes shifting as he slips out a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Look, I didn't come here for murder. Is what you will be saying when we get behind the bar and make you the drink of your dreams. Right, Dwight? Right, so, what will you be having? Let's have a sangria sunrise. Oh my god. Poor Megatron. This game is something else. Something fruity but refreshing. My pleasure. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back home. Well, not we exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They looked happy. Now's your chance to be the one with the drink. What do you say? This is some sort of juice for a child? Are there children hiding about? No, it's for adults. The kind who like, tropical fun. Oh, I see. The hunter seemed really perked up the idea of kids being around and then bummed to hear that there weren't any. But I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on the island, personally. Little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. I'm glad there are not kids here either. They don't need to be exposed to these murderers. This man just literally walking around with blood on his hands. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures. To new friends. To, clink. Did you just say clink? No. Since we fulfilled your request, it's time you return the favor. Of course there was a catch. What is it? Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known you'd pull this enthusiastic bullcrap, I'd suggest that we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before you set foot near the bar. Do you think it could be kind of fun? A little? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking up a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Damn! The self-burn. Methinks a certain someone thought to test too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm summer sand beneath the cooled fog beneath my severed feet. The topic, of course, is books. Novels, comics, fashion, and on. Reading's the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I imagine, based on that response. They were way more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an inappropriate time to ask you. What's your deserted island book? The one you'd bring if you were, well, on a place like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror. For reasons that should be obvious. I don't read horror! Oh, Christ. She means because this is an island of horror guns. And also these books are all in public domain. Of course they are. Of course. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? I don't... let's go with Dracula. Dracula's a classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Let's just put the sword down. Just put the sword down. Well, I guess, but I was gonna say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threatening of possible danger or death he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. Yeah, let's just go with that. Sure. So, what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? If you're going to get trapped in a nightmare that's an undead eternal life, which I know a little about, you could do a lot worse than gray clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. I mean, the scariest part of Drac is that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough about these old stories. I think it's time to make some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, the Huntress is waving an empty vodka glass in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. That's a good idea! A great idea. I didn't know the Trickster was in this. Oh no. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late for introducing a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't prepared for this. Well, hello. And who's this new fan in the waiting? Read it, Hatch. I don't know what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle. Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it was a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. Okay. The rules are simple. Well, now I know why Chaos wants this game. Look, Raynella, you just gotta wait for them to get Wesker in the game. And then you'll have a reason to actually want to play it. But although, all things considered, I don't... That would be more licensing issues, which... If that's the case, if Wesker was in the game and stuff... I feel like if Wesker was in the game, then this game would end up getting delisted after a while. Or, like, not delisted, but, like, Wesker would get taken out of the game at some point. Because it's like, well... It's like, well... The unfortunate news is the license ran out, so... Anyway. Then you swap spit that... Wait! Wait. I'm sorry. Let me read this again. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. Okay. Okay. My brain shouldn't have taken that long to realize what that meant. This is why I'm not in the dating world. See, I'm what they would call elusive or brain bad. What were you thinking? Well, my brain instantly thought something far dumber. I just assumed there was good. Brain bad, no good, not too best, yeah. I just assumed that it was some, like, weird ritual summoning thing, so I'm like, it took a sec, I was like, swap spit, what are you talking about? I was just like, me dumb. Not something you should be surprised by. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're gonna have a good time. In a classy way. I like the look on her face. The look on her face is like, listen, it's a simple kiss. We're not out here banging like a bunch of heathens. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. real romantic-like. Romance is the goal, so we'll be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watch. It sounds like you're watching, is what it is. It sounds exactly like what you're doing. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. You're up. Okay. Put the fate in the hands of the... Please, Lord. Minigames mostly consist of two-part. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. The bottom is the target you're pointing at. Here's everything that's perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not. Whether the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want, it'd be a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Sure. Let's just go for it. Ready? Go. Stop. Alright. You got the Huntress. You two are meant to be. Psych. You have to actually spin multiple times to get the real result. First to get 3 spins is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this island here. Fuck! Damn it. Okay, Huntress again. Damn it. Okay, Spirit. Alright, we got the Huntress. The Huntress is your final match. Ooh. Just this morning you were walking on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. And now you're looking across the beach towel at the Huntress, lust in her eyes, sweat glimmering on her skin. Your heart races as you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. The Huntress takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face in a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating the gross way at an interview. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross her out, so please, she'll never look at you again. Huntress, we can't kiss. It's not you. Well, it is you, but it's good. I think you're great. Maybe too great. I don't trust easily. And I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. It's not that I don't want to. It's just, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I understand. Amazing. But I also understand this. If you tell anyone I got soft, I'll break you in half. Okay? Okay. I'll tell them you almost chewed my whole face clean off. I like that. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we can only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you. But dinner is served. I might insist you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there's so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Don't you know how complicated it is to run like that? More so sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall and huge banquet? This ain't some prestigious fancy epic like you find on cable. So I try to usher you to your table, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. Seems like everyone wants to sit with you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to a certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to the Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to the Wraith or the Trickster. Oh yeah, the Trickster is here. Surprise, well, they don't call him Expecster. Sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. It's my whole shtick. Hello there. Looking good, Ace. Real good. And we literally can't let the Hunters and Trappers sit together. No, seriously. Their arms are too long. They can't fit at the table if they're side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You'd probably think it was an error, but it's not.
It's completely intentional. Let's be honest. Every hair you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, drawing 5 directing traffic. You sit on one side of the table. The rest of them will sit opposite you. The hunters and the trappers sit at the ends with their enormous sexy
Or
arms.
whipping him. So he
You know what?
actually
Deserved
whips
at
you
this
3
point.
times.
Alright, bend over.
Oh
What
my
the
God.
fuck
What
is
is
going on?
I don't like this weird.
What up, Muhammad? How you doing? Welcome to, this. Dead by Daylight dating. It's something, alright. Oh my God. How are you? I'm doing okay. How are you? Tonight's meal is prepared slowly and carefully with love and hate for 12 years over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what we were serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat's murder. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. I'm just sharing facts. Hold on. Technically speaking, it's the best kind of truth. Let's eat. What are you thinking? And I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. Oh! I think I might be sick. Is there any... Steve? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am, with my broad axe, it's a perfect tool for chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes, I swear, it's like we're all completely different historical eras here. First, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Nice and clean. At least clean where the meat is cooked. You two ridiculous bicep swing cunt. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option here. The hell it is! I'll show you. Both my katana and send you to hell. Please stop fight. I hate fighting. Or when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it with my skull of Azeroth. Great! Instead of slicing it up, you just club it into a second death. Ace, I know this isn't what you meant you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. Jesus Christ! It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're doing it, it'll even take longer. Despite a bunch of cold-hearted killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tinnitus. Why don't you just let me handle it? A splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. Oh God. This is an experience of some kind. I don't know how much more my brain is going to take of this. There's also a lot of talking, so my voice is going to give eventually. He hated when it gave him. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh, Christ. Another one of these big... Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay. Sure. Perfect. Okay. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are the best. The fact that we're dealing with these, like, skill check things in this... Oh my god. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and showing food in them, are nasty. The spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really embrace being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obvious hell, I mean... Come on now. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. It's the only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash it through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. You know what? Fair enough. Between the food and behavior of this group, this might be the worst meal in history. Even worse, everyone's staring at it. You're not eating. They don't like it. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Sure. Let's, just distract for this lame misdirect. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up in this island with no memory of got here? A lame misdirect. Well, what else was I supposed to do? I don't think telling him it was disgusting was gonna solve the solution. I feel like they would have cut my head off sooner. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Some good points, I swear. You begin to feel lightheaded. You might need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you clearly are about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, guide, whatever, the narrator of the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There are too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths, many that lead to your demise, others that lead to something worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but one that truly matters can only be defeating if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll know the truth. The ultimate truth. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find the spirit holding your limp body, gingerly, poorly cooled water on your mouth. God, I cannot speak enough words for this. But I shall hold it together as best as I can. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. It's a wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look into the darkness and I ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You've always been... I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone, but lately, I'm not so sure. Started to feel different. Started to actually think that maybe this island is where I was meant to find someone special. You look at the spirit who's turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend? Perhaps a little more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone, and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't care for myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted by my true purpose, my destiny, that was sitting inside me the whole time. Okay, so this may sound silly, but Spirit looks at you to see if there's anyone else on the two she's considered, that is, you two. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. It's so stupid. I mean, a dragon sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop, and now the dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside you, stranger? Just a lot of fire. A raging and begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am a dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. Breathing fire, that's some hobbit type nonsense. I'm a descendant of a proud samurai. Our dragons are a whole nother level. Looks like there's only one room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. You quickly spin, ready to fend off whatever danger approaches. Only to find it's just Dwight and Claudette. Very important, we have to stick to the itinerary and attend every event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirty points was not a part of the activities. Are we visually noveling today? For now. How are you doing, Ridley? This is the dating sim for Dead by Daylight. Like, if I can at least get one ending, I'll be okay with that. Because I'm not sure how longer my voice is going to go on like this. Because I guess this is a lot more dialogue heavy than I'm used to. There's a lot more dialogue heavy than I'm used to doing. Playing sick? No, I literally want... No excuses! Well, there is, but that's scheduled for what's after the flirting. Now, go! So someone played DVD one day and was like, man, I just wish they could... Pretty sure. Everyone's just gathered around the campfire while Dwight and Claudette make an announcement. We're not gonna blame anyone in particular, but someone hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on tonight's activities. We only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? The story time's my activity. You're telling us that only one person gets to share it? How will we decide? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That will go nowhere. Whoever did this, step up now, and I probably won't chop your head clean off. Your voice trembling, you realize it's probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry. That's my fault. had kind of lost track of time, you know. Been there before. Even though it's taken the pressure off me, which is the absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously? Has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! If you don't try and flex that authority, give it one more time, so I'll snap your head! Well, we all know you love to kill. It's all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. They really just renamed him like that? Come on. Who do you think should go? Pick someone quickly so the tropical can turn into a bloodbath. How about Huntress? This entire experience is carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? I choose... Okay, no one's confusing this with Pokemon, narrator. Like, relax. Oh my god. The huntress steps up to tell her story. There's a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared to step foot past the threshold of thick trees that separated from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return. The sounds that echoed in were something unhuman. The woman of the town told the story to the young children, hoping it would be best to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told a creature lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear it into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you're in her clutches. Those who've seen her say her mask, of hair stained with blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has brought down brutality of many skulls and unsuspecting suspects. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hunger beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but meat to live off of? It is said the huntress, as villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill young girls she came across. Instead, they suffered an even worse fate. Oh, what's worse? Longing for a child of her own, she brings them back to her cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and asphyxiate them to the wall. That way they'd be warm, out of harm's way. I'm sorry. I'm not surprised in the sense of, like, these are killers from an actual game based on killing. What I'm more... I guess my brain is more questioning the idea of, like, how is, like, oh, I don't kill the girls, I just use rope to tie them to the cabin. How is that better? Because you're gonna die anyway. Like, you're still reaching the same conclusion at the end of it all. Like, I don't see this being a better scenario. But I guess I can't really talk to these things about... Excuse me. The hunters even bring the girls presents. Toys she pilfered from people's bodies. But these did nothing but quell their fear. Well, I mean, no shit. Within days, the girls will waste away from starving and dehydration. Ah, so prolonged death. The huntress never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath her mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old gray wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. I guess join the singing? I don't know. The hunters can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. So close your eyes and fall asleep. Count the little woolly sheep. Tuck so tightly, or he'll come for you. Song ended, you both me with silence among them. I love that song. It's the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But I now must go. The memories are too much. On that note, everyone decides to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment before bed. Everyone leaves you alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of tranquility that lasts all for 7 seconds because the trickster shows up as he's blaring his latest song. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? Oh, God. And of course he didn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish. Something special those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch. The only lobster in the ocean of sardines. Nobody can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. The trickster leaves. You're a bit confused as to what to make of these cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think just yet. The huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. Yeah. I find all the stories are better with the sound of burning fire filling the air. All the smoke. However, I could not do it without. I'd rather eat barbecue and smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in the hot tub with the huntress? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our talk. How long is this, anyway? Let's see. Let me check. Let's see. Okay, so there's 3 days. And we're still on day 1. Jesus Christ. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along, pretty sure your killer companion would handle it. Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-breast I was talking about in my story? That's me. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling us such a personal story. Andres Faux shyly twirls her hair. Tell you the truth. What did you think of my tale? Did I have the makings of the best-selling author, such as the comedic mastermind Bluesky? Really well told. Clear, begin, meaning, end. Riveted from the start. Plus, the woman in the forest, I mean, you clearly are not the villain. You're just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're starting to be a sucker. Andre's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She had her time in the spotlight is playing coy now. Okay. Why are you laughing? Can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. Can't believe how awkward this imitating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's get back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on us, so moves were about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But a day like today, I'm kinda tired, so I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't see you first. Don't just catch the imaginary arrow you shoot into her then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. Good night, my little snack. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Maybe. You head over to the campfire. He's comforting you on this chilly night. Looking at the crackling embers, you think the huntress' story about the half-human beast abducting Kill, attempting to save them, led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell on it too much, Wyatt and Dwight arrive. Now, familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest. We're gonna make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand a pillow and a blanket over you, and welcome you to snuggle to the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume on minimum. Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their sleep. Alright. You relax and look into the fire. The radio begins to buzz and flicker. You examine and decide you might adjust the dial. Okay, what is this? I had to ask one of the killers this panel. Who would you like to summon to your side? Man. That just appears instant. You really didn't hear her coming at all? She's more than happy to tell you a secret, falling asleep when she's feeling restless. If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this is a special mushroom tea that always calms down when drunk. When I'm not coasting the blade of my hatchet into the ease of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Give it a try. You finally start sleeping, except this isn't really a sleeping feeling. Maybe you're just paralyzed. Try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. A dark voice from earlier speaks to you. It's not as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made of 60% water, did you know? Of course you did. Everyone knows that, even an amnesiac video game protagonist. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%, you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You wake up suddenly to see someone moving over you. The trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw the hunters right before bed. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was checking out to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Well, actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I don't take rejection. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? The trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stick line reading me, are you? Still nothing. Look, I'm not an easygoing guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. That'll make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if they bit them in the ass. This data mine glows with awesome power, and its burning grip tells me that I must defeat you. Take this, my love, my anger, and all my sorrow. Shining. Go! Hey, Bane. I'm not sure if the alert's working or not. It's kind of... But this is the Dead by Daylight dating sim. How are you doing? Poised, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, elegance, and fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier. It might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired, so get some rest. Sleep while you can. Just try not to roll over about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone, for real this time. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Jesus, man, what is this? Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Oh, Christ. How did we get here? I think today went well. There are more first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end up in a bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a winner. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Well, he's attractive, mysterious. I don't really know that many words since I was raised by my mom in the woods. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend their time with, but I, for one, will not let my guard down. Who knows about the others? Ray, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Spirit's just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill in. The Trapper, where do I begin? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, beef, and human. I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. It's weird. I don't care about killing this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care. Might just have to kill Dwight to feel anything again. I'm not really sure how I feel. On one hand, everyone cared to met fate, so it's not good if Ace keep ignoring each other. On the other hand, there's something about them that maybe could work out for my plans. I know that everyone thinks me a beautiful cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation isn't just my thing. I don't choose to be cold, I just am. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on society that had used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. This is, as you open your eyes, there's not a cloud in the sky. You feel great, well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact you fell asleep by a campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? Yeah, not a dream. You're really here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Hey, I didn't want to be here. Ugh. Anyway, on to the next day. Here comes the trickster again. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might want a nice cup of joe this morning. Well, doesn't this look ominous? Very suspicious. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I want to wish you luck. Today's an important day, after all. Only regret is that I won't be a part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements. Ta-ta. Well, at least he brought me a cup of coffee. Don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him the trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get the name because he brings drinks to people so they can have a good morning. That's certainly not coffee. And I don't think anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you get 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up to. Not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. Wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock the coffee out of your hand? The ocean raises a good point. How exactly did the narrator do this when they don't exist? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition. I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something. Some of grave importance. Alright? Even if this place is a prison, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 reviews. If it was crafted with love, or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, also you're right. A lot of hard work goes into places like this. You should really judge it on artist's intent and whether possible, start with the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes the small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. The universe is filled with mysteries. There's so much fourth wall breaking with this. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Okay. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. There's always one thing to do the second morning, sadly. Even if they don't make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we just move on, please? God. Sorry, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your stay on the island? It's been entertaining. I don't know if fun is the right word. 10 out of 10 stars, here we come. Can someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. Okay, alright. Now we need to ask you one more question. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything but negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Why would I need to sign this stupid... Whatever, fine. Sure, whatever. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, it's totally cool if you have a constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know nobody reads negative reviews off of games. Resorts like this. Okay. Alright. Breakfast. Let's just get this over with. Jesus Christ. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dinner. Those sexy bellies with pancakes and bacon and... So much for maintaining the beach bars. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? Some yogurt? Magic products only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Let's just enjoy the meal, please. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. I really hope you do. I really hope. Unrelated. Has anyone seen my cleaver? Just kidding. I know where that is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now the hunter steps up to talk to you about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all possibilities this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Well, that was something. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast and just like that, here comes the spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or I didn't. I haven't slept in 20 years on the account of the whole burning quest for revenge. So, in that case, it's exactly how it should be. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back quietly to resenting being trapped here with all of you, while looking cute doing so. And I'm sure the Wraith has got something to say, and here he is. I'm glad the introduction of Ace to our island. Yeah, and that was in quotations. I didn't distract from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering. I'm still the only one asking questions. I'm asking a question too. When will the race shut up? And now they're all looking at you Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how they made you feel? I still need things to process. Damn. What a power play. Keeping them wanting more. You're getting good at this. Sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get any breakfast, but oh wow. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it seems like you're the only person I'm getting to know the most. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real at all. Yeah, I've heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No. Stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh yeah. That's it. Yes! You know, I'll give it some more enthusiasm. Jesus, you got some. I was trying hard to get a lot of those. Awesome. Oh god, this fucking game is killing me. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that, put it right. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear, I had no idea these two even do, whatever it is they're doing. Let me Exaltation. How's it going, dude? But, yes, Grizzly, I tried to grab as many clips as I can, but there are just too many good moments from yesterday. Oh my god. There are far too much good moments from yesterday. I'm afraid to look what's going on over there. Please say something so they know you're close and can hear everything. Wow, look at this, look at this cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight's painting Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could, you know, hear everything. You know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you... It sounded fun, I guess. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping we stab each other in just the right spot so we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe the key is find the exact place we need to bleed out, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense. You actually think we're me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. Damn! Not even on an island, just serving as servants is Dwight gonna get any peace of mind? It's just like, damn. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on, let's see. Fucking Christ, what is going on? I mean, I get why, like, Dead by Daylight lore-wise, I get why they're trying to die, because once you've been taken in by the entity and brought into that world, death isn't permanent. You just get brought, whether you escape or whether you get killed, you just get brought back and have to go through everything again and again and again. So it's just a nightmare. So I can understand wanting death. My life is a nightmare, yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Ace. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please Make sure your ghost tells us how. Alright. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A crackity. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You were heading to the hot tub after an exhausting day. But it's rather relaxing. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up in the sun. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Okay. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought just now, all's going according to plan until shadow blocks your precious sun. A spiky tipped like a palm tree bending over to screw with you. But that's no tree at all, it's... Hey, babe. Of course, it's this fuckface. Everyone's just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? Seems kind of sketchy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or 4 p.m. And I do intermediate fasting. You see these abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later in my private abode. I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are amazing, yeah, I give him that. And the blow-up bat? Threatening, but adorable. Makes sense for interesting silhouettes, I guess. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not the best friends. Just because we have 5-minute little talk, there's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy's gone, we can set some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back and take some deep, slow breaths and... Nope, another shadow. These people just won't leave you alone. Those ads beat to mess. Let's see who it is this time. Ah, yes, the Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. There she is, pixelated. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us. I mean, hear us. There. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you make a picnic, bring a swimsuit, a pocket knife? Can't crush me? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may not make a run for it at some point, you should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on the island with nothing but your clothes, so you've got nothing to gather. Well, might as well go. Before you can decide to go off with her, the spirit interjects. You really think you're gonna have fun with her? All that running and wrestling? And not like in the clever double entendre way. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Listen. You're kind of weird, and I'm kind of weird, and I don't know. I thought maybe you'd want to sit and ignore the whole world together for a while, yeah? Tough choice. Weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember these are cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching death drinking because lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island's got me really tilted. So who would it be? I'm just gonna have to go with the Huntress is nice, but I'm just gonna have to go with the Spirit. It's just a choice. You've made the correct decision, but know this. Just because you pick me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Yeah, why would you, I'm not gonna question that, but you still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real. But I've been hurt before. Literally. With a katana. A katana that I now wield. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho crap. Yeah, I get it. Before you ask the Claude, I'd like to clarify. I'll just let you know that, yes, it's too late to change your answer now. Revenge never looked as cute as does that sun hat in a black bikini. You and the spirit arrive at the coast overlooking the Black's lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why the spirit was drawn to such a place. You look up and down at the spirit, and she's wearing all black, just like at the lighthouse. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color. It's an absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows the light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're really confident the spirit will still vibe with this, but the spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type of spaceships or anything. She's more into the type of adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth? Is that where you are, you wonder? The lapping waves on the shore set a romantic tone. The fog still surrounds the spirit everywhere she goes. The mist rolling over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last long as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. The spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does. The light and sound rescend, and the two of you sit in silence. The spirit lays a towel down, then pats on gently. Clears that she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen, hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get in a little hands-on action? And what could it be? Thanks. I forgot to bring, whatever. No problem. I figured as much. She turns away while you lather ocean oil. Leave. You need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand floating around your back. Sure. The spirit's hand on your back is cold as ice, but it has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. As you watch the spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread on. Let's just not sing. You look on and wonder, not sure exactly what's appropriate to say in this moment. While you're staring at her back, the head turns around and notices you looking at her. I'm sorry, is something wrong? I'm just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been something horrible. It's worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am. Truth is, all I pull are these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, what the world did to him. And that's why I refuse to play this universe's game. I hate the idea of being forced to succumb to the pressure the way he did. The way the fear and anger filled him, then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Jesus. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, for sure. I appreciate that. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love, the world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted in these vengeful poses really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion. Narrator, you're not helping. It's another quick time event. Oh my god. No, this looks so stupid. Perfect. Perfect. You missed. Perfect. Missed. Well, I suppose that lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there was a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, an ominous dark form hovering above this moment between the spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is in this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan, and bursts of black light rescues you from this awkward silence. A ghost ship. Huh. Interesting. A tattered black flag whips across the above the ship as it careens towards the shore. Before crashing the rocks, it must have been drawn to the lighthouse. You hear it shouting at sailors as the wooden ghost ship breaks and sinks into the water. Oh, right. It does that sometimes. Should we, do something? Anything? Nah, the sharks will the sharks! Within a moment, the ocean is quiet again, except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates aren't the only ones drawn here. It's the Wraith. He's emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. The Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to its attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light upon me. I can't avoid it. Through the woods and the walls, nothing seems to have stopped it from reaching. Duh, it's a lighthouse, dumbass. It does that to everyone. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful as they are in the movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you catch my drift. It's all a vast conspiracy. An epic river of lies. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics, anyhow. If you come with me, you can get caught. The spirit waves her baton, nearly trimming a couple buns off the Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away very slowly. For a quiet guy, he never shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, the tension broken. Deathly moans quiet, and the Wraith vanishes back to, well, wherever the hell he was. You scoot closer to the spirit, breathing in a damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how this whole fog works, but you don't seem to care. You're feeling this moment. The spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a nice peek at the bathing suit beneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares what everyone else thinks, she's putting a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. How's the dating? Oh my god. It's going. It's going. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption. It's Claudette and Dwight. Bursting into interrupt another lovely moment. We are here to make a very dramatic announcement. Alright. Well, technically we're here to invite you back to the beach. Where we'll make the dramatic announcement. It's hard to be producer and the host. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising announcement, Dwight and Clyde simply stand quietly. This isn't all what they promised either. Wait a minute, there's no announcements here. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I said get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know a way out. I've got a map back in my lair. Literally and figuratively. Yes, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch the spirit and spend the rest of your night with me. You've got a secret lair? Damn. Who said anything about a secret lair? Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in, actually, I don't know how long. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you.
It's not me messing things up. I like to try and tell you, but I've come to accept the difficult truth of what's happening here. I'm convinced it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply a way it'll be. There's no use fighting it. Okay, this is clearly getting out of hand. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it. Folks, oh, you hid. I've seen you. You do your little phase walking routine. What do you call it? It's basically cloaking. And we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks, your cloak? I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community forum thread. I'm sure it doesn't seem like Claudette and Dwight are going to stop this, so it's on you. Let's just focus on the topic at hand, and you guys can settle your death match somewhere else. Because, my voice is starting to hurt. You and I are having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with it, really. And don't get this wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing runs yourself a lot. Damn! No offense taken. Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with the spirit. The spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and the Wraith. You walk around and see something she discovered in this place. Something connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It's a small sapling that's begun to sprout flowers. As the spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around you. Do you know the meaning of a cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also symbolic. What do they mean to you? For many people, it's like a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near this. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They die and fade, and for this reason, they're also a symbol of fleeting life. In a way, the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does the duality make you feel? Interesting. Frustrated, I guess. The beauty of this island, the attention to its interesting companion, it should bring you joy, but it comes at a price of being completely confused and hopeless. You look down and see the crummy cherry blossom on the ground at your feet. As you stare at it, something begins to rage inside you, like a dragon. How can anyone find comfort, even for a moment, with death and decay looming on the horizon? It makes me so frustrated! I want to do something about it. I want to strike back against this shitty reality. The spirit lets you go off, staying calm despite your bubbling rage. She must know this thoughts. Is that why she asked you? So that you'd see things from her perspective? I want to be alive! You feel connected to her at this moment more than you ever did. You wonder, does she feel the same? Once the cherry blossoms represented the souls of samurai warriors, noble characters who didn't fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice, to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. Despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life ended, but my death continues to stretch on. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed by someone. You watch as the spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the life and death! We're sorry to interrupt this passionate moment you're having here. Yeah, you know we don't believe you, right? but it's for a good reason this time. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because it's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but sure. We're just here to tell you that it's dinner time. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go. Thanks for spending some time with me today. It was fun. That could have been an email. Zach, you walked in on interesting time, but how are you doing, bud? Have you had foods? This also applies to Raynell as well. How is the Zach? Also, I need a little bit of a break, because my food's in the oven. Okay. My throat is full. But yes, go watch Zach. Zach is a sound of how many people turn their back to attackers. and then he just slides back off. That entire meeting was,
right?
how do we de-escalate when someone is after you? What?
Alright. T-Fart, if I could.
Yeah, that's... How do we de-escalate? Huh. Funny that that's the meeting they chose to have. Real... Okay. Ay, ay, ay. The only thing I said was, never turn your back. Oh, boy. If they ever lay the hands on you, break them. I mean, I get it, like... I get you're not supposed to put your hands on people. That may sound bad for business, but... in a real scenario sense, if someone is literally coming at you, you gotta defend yourself. Like, yeah. Like, if that happens at work, someone's coming at me, I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit here and just get hurt or die. Like, now, if it's a situation where they're just with firepower, I'm getting away. If it's just some smaller than that, like a knife, I'm like, look, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm sorry. Don't. But yeah, Vin, they were like, defense as a last resort, not first. And I just hit my head on the table. I think being railed by Ray's three brothers made me immune to bystander effect as well. Oh well, okay, who wants spicy Ooh, sounds delicious. But anyways, back to this romantic evening with Kip. I also refused to sit by my crew and made new friends. Hell yeah, Zach. We're not gonna go cram them all into one scene at the same time, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just 60 and demented, as you remember. with your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. Not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, the race seems to be the biggest long shot at the end of it all. He throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. I'm sick of waiting for everyone else to gorge themselves. I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending night. I'm not really hungry, so maybe I'll just get a simple salad or something. I'm fine with lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though. It's no national value. Stay hydrated, nerds. Yep, stay hydrated. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? Okay, don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. You know what? Fine, I guess I could gush about how it went. I don't know. It was a nice time. Creepy, mind you, but sure. Still want people paying. Did you just... It seems clear to me that you did not. And that was a wrong choice to make. Well, wrong choice was made. Oh well. Don't you mean... No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it. Even the bones? You know what? I'm not even surprised. A bone? What would you like to say to the servers? Thanks, I guess. Top-notch service, sure. Right. Yes, I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. This is a... boneless bones. Yes, boneless bones, if you will. Delicious to some people. Horrifying to most. God. You sit, you take a seat near the campfire, the heat against your skin, and wait for the killers to take their places, wondering who will tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunning creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place their thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Something almost always seems to happen here, so nothing is probably a great sign. Oh cool, now everyone's looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or play charades, Bob? Well, we're actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Points his spine and skull thingamajig. Remember, kids, the Huntress did nothing wrong. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can tell if you're... So now I have to tell a story. Okay, alright. What do I do here? In the time before time. On this mysterious island of Montanui. What story do you want to tell? Romance, action. I guess action? I don't know. I'm not talking about... I don't fucking know stories. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. Oh my god. In the beginning, there was Robo Santa. He was a murderer. We really are just coming up with some random bullshit off the top of our head. And then everyone unalived at the end. I would read most of this, but my voice is kind of sore, so I'm just gonna skip it. What about the bar fight? We're getting to that. We're getting to that. Just chill out for a second. I gave up headlining at Coachella for this? The spirit laughs hysterically, practically laughing at you. But it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That sure was a kind of a story, technically. Okay. Well, it's not a very good story. I mean, I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but the narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would like to hear a story from tonight? Well, we heard from the Huntress night one, so let's take the spirit. I could tell a story. I don't want to, but anything I'm sure is better than whatever you get out of everyone else in this group. Like all stories, I stole this one from someone in the past. It's called The Fiancé. On a winter trip, a young couple decided to spend where they were spending their next spring getting married. Hey, Quaz! The two were madly in love and couldn't wait for the snow to melt so they could be married and unite their souls forever. Per the last bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding at the edge of the woods. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. They created invitations, seating arrangements, the whole works. They choose Lily Koi, by the way. Very fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the fiancé guessed she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, the boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and one-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship. So he was definitely not to be trusted. Man, the spirit ain't holding back. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for their ceremony, the fiancé decided she would create a nice floral arrangement to surround the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose, on the first day of spring, she went into the woods. She spent hours mapping out the best blooms she could find. Enamored with the variety in the woods, the fiancé, since they had not been married yet, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were. So she chose the absolute best. On a fateful morning of her big day, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand to run. Excited for the ceremony, she dressed in a beautiful white gown and set into the woods to gather flowers, treading carefully not to fall either. However, when she came upon a familiar clearing, something changed. Somehow, it was more beautiful than she'd ever known, and on the edge of her view was a new blush filled with blossoms, vibrant and colorful. She became dizzy just looking at them. The fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed on, scooping as many flowers as she could. Carried by the sweet fragrance, the fiancé crept farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy, fallen tree trunk, and realized she'd been there before. This wasn't a clearing she remembered. The flowers were suddenly decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scenes of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back. The path was dark. In the shadowy glen, she walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends and loved ones began to look, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest. There were no beautiful wildflowers for any young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wondering looking for fresh blossoms to pick, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there alone. That was sad. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off the individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and its creator. That made me fucking sad. Tell me, Ace, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next thing. You could have just moved on without even... Okay, I guess my opinion doesn't matter. Dwight. Or Claudette. I'll just say both of you then. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your trap. You know we gotta get back to the thing we do when we're not on screen. Okay, have a fun night. Try not to wink wink, end up dead. Well, you do that. Why did you say words like wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with end up dead? Dwight has a he's physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kills, right? Well, except for the spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear some trash-talking spirit? Do me in. What do you say we talk in the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough burns this and lid or getting glazed. It's enough that these activities are all set next to literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we just ran away from this place? Just you and me. On those spindly legs? We'd probably just tire before that. If it's running somewhere safe, more secluded, Ace is after, he should join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walking speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly and simply. It's my own choice. This is honestly funny. Can I bonk the trapper? I mean, you could, Zach. I'll be sitting in the shade drinking something locally sourced law, thumbing through a public domain novella printed on a recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just... Despite the trapper's insatiable appetite, his attention, along with attention of everyone else, is still on you for a moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we have going on. I'm just saying, you may not have a ton of chances to date everyone where your time on this island comes to a close. I'ma just stick with my choice. Oh, you picked me! Yay! Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make interesting company. I love the idea of winning over these killers at all costs, even if I hate the game and the prize, but I've had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet revenge. Takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? I may seem like I hate everything, and getting really to know who I am is an impossible task. Not worth trying. But too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourselves and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing in the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here, so maybe you will. You arrive at the bar and find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles and assorted boozers. Who's ready to get wasted? Well, I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink ever? Is that like because it'll just fall in your stomach thing? I don't drink alcohol because alcohol poisons the body and the mind. I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Then why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this is kind of a date. It's just an excuse to get loaded on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true. Not a single person has ever learned anything in one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Who ordered a soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Oh my god. What's the matter? Man, Dwight is really just getting shit on for most of this. Mixology is a real thing. It doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know that I worked at a restaurant before I was executed by your father. Whom you'll get a bloody revenge. We know, so be it. How about you? Do you drink? I'ma just stay sober. I'm good. I get the impression that tonight will be a night. Remember, so I'm just gonna pass on the alcohol. I'm good. Here. Alcohol's a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch the spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. It splatters everywhere and its little fruit guts flop out on the spirit's lap. Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing black. It hardly ever stains. True. Drive sober or get fucked over. Also true, Zach. No takesies backsies. So, lovebirds, what shall we make? I guess dark and stormy. Oh, that one's cute. Please allow me to demonstrate how dark and stormy is made. First rum, or in this case rum extract, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. Then a fresh ginger beer is added in, garnished with a little lime, and drink the end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe? Replicating rum substitute, ginger, ice? Don't forget the lime wheel! Alright, so that's why the rum's gone. Not sure I appreciated your tone, but yes, you got it. You're natural. A sassy natural. You and Dwight have more in common than... Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare compare me to Dwight. That's an insult. The spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. Dwight, more like not, am I right? Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, you've got plenty of time to relax. Want to make out a little? I mean, before you can get a yes out, lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudia and Dwight usher you two away from the bar. Damn. The gang is all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get all sweaty. And along came Zeus. I mean, pretty much. Zeus was like, nah, you're dating wrong. Let me show you how to do it the right way. I don't recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narrative. Good thing you really used your time well. Getting to know the gang, the brain, the moat, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathering at the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Ace chooses. Ready for a round robin?
How round are we talking? Do not eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you the dream date and what they have planned. No particular order. And then I just have to choose. Okay, so Wraith. I'd prefer just to tell Ace privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to him? The Wraith considers this for a moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, the Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you what I've been working on. I'm going to be really special. It's the kind of thing where we'll really bond, and then we can finally get off this island. J-Ro, I'm gonna quote a wise I detect sin. Yeah! Then maybe we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, the trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing! Go away! And oh boy, I've got an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Oh, you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo. Now, if you don't mind, I got preparations to do because it's clearly already that you're going to pick me. Confident and mysterious. I like it. Hump day equals sin day phrase, I see. Alright. Spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow I will spit in the face of God, die and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with the trapper or dig up mysteries with the Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all Damn! What's wrong with making art? Whoa! Do you want to at least specifically know which god you're spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with the spirit. To Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in the polite society, but within the narrative of this world, with a dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. If you're thinking of picking me, well, this is your final. Pick me, and you will be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like the Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're a maggot, if you don't choose me. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rapid mass better stay the hell off my yacht. And we're out of time. You'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Off to dreamland with you. Did you two forget something? Oh, how can we forget? Before we're off to Summer Peace, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition, Barry, would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of a psychotic break. What? And give it a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating Barry this entire time, and I'm finding out about this now? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. I mean, hey, so I'm gonna be real. Spirit is very meat-coded, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know, Zach, as I was listening to what the Spirit was talking about, I was like, a lot of this is stuff that Zach would say. I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. Also, in context of the game, it's clear that this was a murder dating parody. I mean, like I said, the signs were there. You're on an island with murderers. The signs are right in front of you. Welcome to Murder Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof. It's like a butchering, but even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you dare to even try? You mean, that's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic. Because it's surprising. So either Zack is a spirit reincarnated or the spirit is taking Zack. Okay, but the spirit and the hunters really didn't do anything. Alright. Hey, champ. What was your thought process here? The trapper seems like he'll throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see it coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. If you get rid of the wraith, he'll cry. Oh, I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm saying is, I don't envy you, so who am I eliminating? I mean, I'm just gonna have to get rid of the obvious answer here. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You're personality-free maggot. I wouldn't even be fun to kill you. I wanted leftover lasagna. Aw, Zach. Still, might kill you, though. I have a principle for eliminating you. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now as you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind, because of course, they'll be receiving the consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Ace when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. We're sending our eliminated player home with the new Trickster body pillow. Claudette approved. Sleep well. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep knowing what you've done? Not because of the guilt, I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you close by. Why a Trickster body pillow? I don't... man. How can you sleep knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know, those two schedule. What a crazy day. And here's the after hours report. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off to the difficult times. I know I seem all excited, but through this, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is skewered by an elk when you were young. You knew? Wild guess, but that's the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I feel peckish. I don't really know what's happened. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention either. Oh, Ace? Sorry, I forgot. I was focusing on other things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think so. No one's ever been dumb enough to reject me. The more I think about it, the more angry I am. And my giant rage monster, so everything in this room is scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance of getting eliminated? Yeah. Did I care? Not at all. Does the volume of words say much I care about things signify the deep yearning within me? Nah. What? You're not in this part? You don't get a confessional? It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. But I got a new album tour and a whole bunch of other shit to do. From downtown. My dude, you got to come check it out. IP Island is dope. I'm gonna tell everyone the Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. Anyway, the Trickster's just on some shit. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes! Seriously, don't pay me enough to deal with you people. Oh, is it my turn? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Oh! Bathroom, are you serious? It's down the hall to the left! Okay, never mind. What does that even mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for every character in the game. Oh, it's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We're just working our asses off for 2 days straight and just want to sit down. The chair's wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess.
confess. Oh, great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in second grade? You cheated on an algebra test for what? Watching the trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that I felt a modicum of joy. Every minute I'm alive is a nightmare. The sun, the sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a weekend, but not for an eternity. The unrelenting rhythm of chasing the waves, everything. Why am I here? Why are any of us even here at all? Please erase me from existence. Make it so I was never born. Plug the wall. This experience, let my soul free, please. Okay, time for you to go to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means I'll have to wake up. Well, that was, weird. You let the camera roll long enough that someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyway, it seems we are out of time, so time for bed. Goodness gracious. And so the sun rises on a final day. Well, you notice it's time for food. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies. It's time! Clive gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene reminiscent of a TV show you used to watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of everyone. Okay. Before you walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us. Can't be easy being thrown into a mysterious island for seemingly no reason at all. Murdering and making out. And you've kept your head cool and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect, so don't tell anyone we told you this, but just a little hint going forward, don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are a two-way street. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. That doesn't sound bad. Where do you think you are, exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors. And I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Well, I've never seen a spirit so open up to anyone. I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and us, that's not happening here. Or worse, dead. So, you ready? Time to choose. Alright. It's been 48 hours, but there are sparks in the air, and I'm not talking about that rusty chainsaw. It's time for the newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Ace, who choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets flowers as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose. But no roses. They're cliche. What flower thing could they have possibly been? You know what? Let's not ask anymore. Let's just not figure it out. Done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry, you've just got other things on your mind right now. Ace, I'll tell you when you're old. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not the other thing I can assume. Alright, but let's not... Alright. Approach the spirit. Spirit, since I've met you, you've enchanted me with your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person. Resist the urge to show the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next stage. And we shall. Upon the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the dark black lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of. Well, this is... I thought it would be a nice day on the Trapper's yacht before we head back to the lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this kind of thing, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit. There's more to me than what you've already seen. And I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't who I always was. I was a normal young woman once. Even I had a part-time job working at a restaurant. This... And then, well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I woke up as an undead Avenger. That's not what I'm getting at. Why is this Zach coded? I'm just like, everything is just screaming Zach coded. Oh, man. The game is just reading Zach's mind. Something else happened. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't know by whom. I just... Imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through me. I like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warp effect on this world. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach out your hand. Okay. Not really. That's not an invitation. It's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here? I don't know. Get out of my mind. It sucks in here. I've got my ideas, but I know exactly out of they're digging it through caves of dust and I want to take this experience seriously though. I want to give this process a chance. It may be a dumb process, and one that I extremely little respect for as a person, but you just woke up on this beach with no memory, and rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think it means that you've got courage. Or an open mind. I don't know. Maybe you stuck around because you liked someone you met here. Maybe. While the two of you in deep, philosophical, flirty vibe, the yacht pulled up to the shore of the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everyone off. There were other stops? Oh, not on this trip. Of your life. Okay, alright then. I'm just messing with you. This is the only stop. No one here is really out for our fun, so we just have to make it for ourselves. But there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. This ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. I'm even more concerned what that's supposed to mean. Let's just get off the boat, for the love of God. Anyways, I'm excited about today, see? Spirit places her wrist delicately on your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cold to touch, but you feel the faintness of pulses. My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? I show you something that no one else has ever seen before. Well, no one who's lived to tell about it. We're going there. She points to the top of the lighthouse. What's up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all! How's everyone doing? Hi Wraith. You seem chipper today. Something's definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. He takes a deep breath, sucking the air in. Ace, thank you for choosing someone else. Anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive! Are you done? We're kind of, on a date you just mentioned. Go away. I'm glad you're feeling better, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. Mind? Oh, right. So what are you doing? Heading out to the lighthouse? I love it up there. You see the whole island from here. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one had been up with the tail of the tale, but this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think the Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but the Spirit waves her arm at the Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead, he's going to be when I punish him for interrupting our date! Now, we can solve our problems with our hair floating up. I'll just be over here, running away, enjoying the view! I think the Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean on account of being, a lighthouse. The Wraith is asking. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your, the Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplating. You don't see her as a lost for words type. What's your mortal status? Mortal status? Wait, what? Because despite our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death, and suffering brings doom for all the corners of the world, if not further. Well, duh. You saw a friggin' pirate ship travel across space and time only to be crumbled beneath the rocks. But you decided not to point that out because that wouldn't be too romantic, would it? I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet. Here, with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just friends? Ouch. Is her letting you down easily? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it's not safe. You may die up there and there's nothing I can do about it. Sure, why not? Take the risk. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life. Right this way? What could possibly be waiting up here? The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up but down as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for... Let me try and read this in the courage voice. The things I do for love. Alright, when you arrive in the lantern, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room as though it hadn't been operated in a century. However, something's off. It was just morning a second ago, but now it's night? What do you mean, a moment ago? We've been standing here looking over the ocean all day. I really enjoyed the peaceful time together, just taking in the view. It was my kind of perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just call it, and you can't bother to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember, it's just... For some reason my mind is completely blank, but I'm not dead. Oh, you're already dead, and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light's working. Even turned off, the light has power. The massive lens reflecting on the moonlight to itself so sparkle that it has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into the light as the sun fell. Thanks for spending the day with me. I had a great time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, it's cool, I just didn't know what to expect. I suppose you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened? Might feel a bit anticlimactic. Anyway, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on the light to the staircase so it's easy to get down. The staircase looks pretty dark. Maybe the spirit interrupted by a slight hum, and then it becomes frightfully clear to you. The switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern. A lantern that's now beginning to power on. A faint smell of burning begins to reach up your nose. Oopsie! Looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stairs after all. Now we see who's really alive and who's really dead. It's bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping something, somehow not looking at the light, will protect you. Not sure if that logic works, but who knows. I want to see it, but, well, I'm a little scared. Hi, Ryomer. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me. I'll keep you safe. Sure. Oh, crap. Not this again. Okay. Crap. Alright. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You were so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows that you are real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of the energy from the lighthouse refuses to subside. It can't be ignored. It doesn't matter if you look directly in it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life, real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. It's been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry. It'll make sense soon. You hear the spirit's muffled voice. You got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. It takes some time to sound to clear, but eventually the spirit's words start to make sense to you. It's clear that she's talking to someone else, not you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, it's you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I thought you were doing a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like. It's a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with the trapper. Fine. Nobody breaks up with the trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's over between us. The trapper turns, and the spirit looks at you, realizing you're laying on the ground in some weird... I think your shouting woke him up. So I've been just kidnapped, essentially. Okay. Wow. I may have interrupted. It's very personal and honestly quite terrifying. I just heard a lot. What did you hear? You just kind of dumped him. We were never together. I mean, we were. Wink, wink. I know you're wearing a mask, but we can see your eyes. You don't need to wink, wink at it. Another reason I might have dumped you. You did. It was mutual. The jig is up, as they say. They know you're awake and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two were having a very personal conversation. I don't need to be involved. I don't even know how I got here. Not even on this island. Or in this creepy tunnel. As far as the island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. You mean you... But why? After the lighthouse, you blacked out on the way down. I thought you might have hit your head. It's hard to tell if all the blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted you to get somewhere safe, so I asked the trapper for help. It's not like I can carry you. I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hated messing with the shards. The trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claude or Dwight, but I don't trust them. But you trust him? You trust this? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right. But you get what you see with him. We brought you down and we were the only ones in this place. It's part of an old tunnel that connects to different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mystery is my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him. Half the appeal of the spa is getting away from people like him. Well, geez. I can see I'm not wanted. So are you three a throuple now, or... But I gotta say, I really do get the whole trapper spirit thing. But hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in. We're not a thing. Nobody traps the trapper. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. I didn't want to talk about it, so I'll just say, anyway, this tunnel's very interesting. If you head about 50 meters down, you may find... Get out! I'm gone. Oh my god. Okay. So, why did I get... Okay. After a lot of dispute, I finally let him catch up to me. It became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we're more than friends. Despite the events as told, for the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not the only thing we're good at. So I hate to ask this, but I did just look at the refrigerator-sized death lamp, so
I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters, excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. What you might not know is the Trapper is a great class of... So for revenge. The Trapper blushes behind his mask. The only... to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their backs and betrayed them. Turning his revenge against his father for making him a monster. Revenge against the barista who wrote Iwan on his cappuccino. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, the Trapper is an inspiration. But they say never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the same. And then you came along. You showed me it's okay to be lost and feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears. That I could show me I can embrace those things and not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession. And mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. What? What? Good night, Zach. The Trapper nudges you in the ribs and grows clearly. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first I was obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought their audience was this? But then we spent time together and I realized there's something actually there. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, when you were unconscious by some mere head trauma or whatever, the spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinion. But that doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you're going to have to get through me. By passing the Trapper test, TM, coming to BHBR TV, Saturdays at 8. That's Sunday at 8. Welcome to the Trapper's test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. Oh, God. Another game show. What's the spirit's real name? Which only her real friends call her. Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate. Question 2. What lives inside the spirit? A dragon. She made that very clear. Everyone knows that. Question 3. Where did the spirit work back when she was a college girl? A restaurant. I know to think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with the help like that. He'd be disappointed. Question 4. What's the spirit's favorite color? Black? Alright. All these questions are superficial. Maybe I didn't get to know the spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped me. Maybe that's why things didn't work out. Who knows? Question 5. You got this. What's worse than being dead? When I pitched the Trapper test to the BH, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as the final prize for winning. So I killed them right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any budget issues, it felt great. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, B, to explain that if the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations. Not that it was a huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulders about being seen. Go figure. You probably guessed, but rules are rules. So I guess I approved you dating the spirit or whatever. Never really cared. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with blood. Maybe I'll find another reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Sorry you had to endure that. What 5 measly questions? It's fine. Not that as ridiculous as it was. The whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel. Hearing the whole shenanigans, all of it. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too. Please, call me Rin. Rin. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There's something else I wanted to show you. Alone. Up in The lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter, Gaze. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told. No, wait. It is that kind of game. Disregard that gutter comment. Come back up here with me. There's no place I'd rather go. You return to the lighthouse despite all the drama and worry that was there before. More importantly, you're excited to be up there with the spirit, which makes it all the more crushing. When you're interrupted by Claudette and Dwight. Oh my god. Funny to see you here. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions. Before they can explain anything, the lighthouse begins to howl. The lens glows in a familiar way. You're prepared to shield your eyes in case something happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will... Now, don't interrupt. You'd think after all this you'd know that we've got the best interest in mind? Wait, what? No, of course I don't think... Got wax in your ears? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black lights flare in the darkness as you see something horribly strange. In place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on them, the light passes through the two survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What the hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around your elders? Grandpa? My little Rin. You're such a woman now. You've grown so fast. What the? Ace, meet Grandpa Kazan. Well, technically, not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin. She can do whatever she wants. My precious little angel. But you... He only stares at you with demonic red eyes. You mongrel! You will treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be cleaning the bits of your head off my canabo. The canabo is a metal baseball bat. Spikes, FYI. I'm not sure what a peasant like you was doing who descended of a noble family in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette, remember? We explained to you that we were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter sooner, and to give or withhold your approval. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, sir. Your honorable master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all eternity to continue with the rest of, well, whatever this is. Show, game, experience? Ah, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help you. Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends can call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear in my presence call me Odin. You're seeing a similar resemblance to the Trapper, in not only his sheer size, but his attitude. Apparently, the spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now's not the time for that. Well, you don't scare me, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I now realize the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish you. The Oni waves his katana in the air to menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up, Grandpa, it's not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days are always waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he's sure getting off a serious old man yell at Cloud's vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Literature, art, commerce, theater, etc., etc. What were we talking about? Sorry, I dozed off for a bit. Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying all those greats every time. At Oni forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so. Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list every activity available to the samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurais were forbade many activities that didn't befit the Bushido, such as attempting certain theoretical performance. Oh, he's listing it again! No! Now, I'm not saying I did that because I had honor in it. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool! Rin, what would you want to do with such an uneducated admirer as this? You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who and who's not allowed to do anything. However, you're not really sure how to handle this. Oh wait, I get it. My beautiful descendant, you invited me here to do what you too kind to do. Bash his head! Claude, Doris, fetch my comma. Rip! Rin, warp your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together. Grandpa, that's not why I invited you. I actually didn't invite you. Claudia and Dwight did. Ah, yes, of course. This whole wink-wink thing is getting out of hand. Him, the Trapper, really do have a lot in common. I swear, Ace is a good soul and a heart of a warrior. They fought for my love, in their own way, faced their own death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we speed this up a little bit? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost, watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and corners for generations! Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, the Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone like this. I think I'll just wait over here, just in my own sake. Rin, now push them away, and I'll split them all in half. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge of my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamakawa name. The lust for violence in your voice fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this person is who you want to be with on your quest for revenge, I'll trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago. And if Ace ever treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and cut him like a fish. A tear rolls down the Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? One last word of advice, my dear girl. Don't forget, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again. Now let's go, servants. Clint. Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to? Yes. Sure. I swear, this is still better than dealing with the Trapper's dad. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful to your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a special guy. I realize I'll never measure up to something like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. Don't worry. I never expected you to. If all I wanted was some big brute, I'd be down in the Trapper's Cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty and anger at the world changing around me, a lust for blood, that's no way to live. And yet, as you know, that is the Yamakawa way of life. However, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon inside me. Or maybe I was until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry. I have no idea where that came from. I think we've spent enough time here. Let's head back to the beach. Dragon Tamer. What is... Oh my god. The moonlight sets as the romantic mood as the clouds roll in.
You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it'll rise again. The spirit removes her robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows in the moonlight. Maybe you could help me get ahead of applying tomorrow's sunscreen. I mean, of course. Last time was, well, I definitely feel more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled as a foot freak. Not that there's anything wrong with me, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady. Oh god, not again! Almost. Perfect. Yes. God, that was so goddamn hot. I love the feeling of your hands sliding up and down on my feet between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. Ugh. That just made my skin crawl. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hands, the spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. The clouds cover the moon as you find yourself on the beach with the spirit in complete darkness. You feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit become undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it's like to fly. As the spirit pulls you close, you feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix as you wash you like an ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure the spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it would be all worth it. As the clouds part, as you manage to pull yourself exhaustedly away from the spirit, a chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it's dripped in blood. Sorry. I think this got stuck in me when we were, having the best night of my life. The spirit drags her tip over the sharp end of the shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that comes from. You arrive on the beach to find Claude and Dwight waiting for you. Now it's time, Ace, to face your destiny. Actually, about that, can we talk privately? Maybe not here. Maybe somewhere else. It'd be better to talk. You know how we feel about the schedule, Spirit. Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with him privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Enough of this fire talk. Wait, you think? No, she couldn't be. They seem to be so in love. Well, I mean, not really. The spirit is still a spirit. But if I managed to manage the spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder him yet, so... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine. The girl really is hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, it's more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need your advice. Leave. Did anyone say final howls? That's kind of my whole jam. Leave. Lame. Alright. Rin, I don't know what you're playing, but before you say anything, I just know that I really enjoyed my time with you. This has been a blast, so I wanted to thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone as jaded and dispassionate only to driven forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't warm, that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't You? Can we just be friends? Oh! Before you finish that, just know that if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I'll destroy you. Sure, yeah. I'm glad to have you here with me when I need you, but also not too close for me when I don't. I'll see you around. Damn! Wait, that's it? That's how this ends? Just leaving? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends. And for that matter, I wouldn't say I'm leaving, but us? We're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that well, it just proves that we really weren't meant for each other. What the heck? I just spent all... So all that was for nothing? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said goodnight. See you. Jeez, what a bummer. Why'd she keep saying she'll see me around? No clue. You didn't find love, but you found friendship that lasts forever. And so my precious killers lived happily ever after as they learned to love themselves first and foremost. While trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? I made it this far. You should probably know that you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye. Wow. So we finished it and didn't find love at the end of it at all. Alright, well. And the game crashed at the end. Alright, awesome. Oh, God. Well, that was... that was, something. So, we go through all that, and the spirit just dumps us like yesterday's news anyway. Damn. Well, that was something. Now, I would contemplate probably going through, bruh. At least when I romanced Bing Bong, he literally gave me his heart when it didn't work. We still got to stay together. You know what? I shouldn't have expected this to go any other way, honestly. I really shouldn't have. Because what the fuck? But damn. Oh boy. Well, I would contemplate going through it again, but honestly my voice is sore from trying to read a lot of that dialogue, so I think we'll probably just play something else for the rest of the stream, just so my voice can rest. But what I did learn is the Wraith get very annoying after a while. Like, Jesus. That was something. Oh my god. But, okay. I would like to say thank you guys for supporting this, stream, for supporting the charity. Like, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you. So once again, game reflects real life. We're back to being alone. What else is new? But, I've been Ace. I'll see you later, YouTube. Take care. Bye. Goodness gracious. That was an experience. Oh, man. Man. That was something.
Oh boy. Uh, man, oh man. Where are you? We also started a new VOD while I'm at it. Oh, because it logged me out of it. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Oh, yeah, it must have logged me out of it a long time ago, because the YouTube chat just essentially died. Yeah, so let me log back into this. Da-da-da-da-da. Christ. Of course it's broken. Why wouldn't it be? Do, do, do. Da, 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 da.